Sports Stand, Hawaii USA FCU, Kuroda Auto Body, TNT Tinting Specialists, Time Warner Oceanic Cable, Hawaiian Airlines Field at Aloha Stadium, and Express Sports.
And we welcome you to Kitamura Diamond here at Damon Baseball Field on the campus of Mid-Pacific Institute. ILH Baseball on the air as we get ready for a battle between two of the top three teams in the state. Number 2, Mid-Pacific, getting ready to take on number 3, St. Louis. Great to have you with us, Felipe Ojastro, Alan Mia, back in the NBC Sports Radio and AM 1500 studios. We're also simulcasting here on ScoringLive.com. First batter up at the plate here for St. Louis is Rayson Romero. Took a fastball on the outside corner for strike number 1. Now a curveball here for strike number 2. St. Louis comes in here 10-3, second in the ILH. A win tonight will give them first place temporarily in the ILH with just one game to go in the regular season. And the 0-2 delivery here for Romero misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So for St. Louis, they're coming in here losing the last 2 meetings against Mid-Pacific, 1-0 and then 5-3. The most recent meeting 10 days ago as Romero lifts this one to short, and it is caught by the shortstop Tyler Yamaguchi for out number 1. So as we mentioned, 0-2 the season series here so far for St. Louis. Very hungry, very determined to try and get that 1 seed, and actually one of the first 2 seeds in the ILH to get the first round bye in the ILH postseason. More of that here in just a second. Jordan Mopas will step in, a right-handed hitter for St. Louis, batting .300. First pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Jordan Mopas batting second here with 1 down. Jacob Griffin, the center fielder, will bat third. Ryder Coons, the quarterback for the St. Louis football team, and the left fielder will bat fourth. In the 5 spot, Jordan Yamamoto, as the 1-0 delivery misses out, or gets the outside corner for 1-1. Jacob White, the right fielder, will bat 6 here. Travis Tanaka, the DH, will bat 7th, along with Tanner Atibercio, the second baseman, who will bat 8th, and then Pono Anderson, the third baseman, will bat 9th. 1-1 delivery went into the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike here as Jordan Mopas awaits a delivery from Chase Wago. Wago, the lineup and the pitch. Swing and chop right back to Wago at the mound. He'll throw it to first. 2 down here in the inning. Defensively here for Mid-Pacific, who come in at 10-2-1, first place in the ILH. They'll line up like this. Noah Shackles will be the catcher. Ryan Kiyotoki, the first baseman. Ryan Yamashiro at second. Nicholas Bottom at third. Tyler Yamaguchi at the shortstop position. Cameron Igarashi, Cal Muramaru, and Bryce Nagata from left to right in the outfield. Here's a fly ball by Jacob Griffin to left at the wall and gone. It was a fastball on the inside, and it is Griffin lifting it to left center about 330 feet away to get St. Louis on the board 1-0. It is the first home run of the season here for Griffin. The 4th overall as a team for the Crusaders. And Griffin, who hits .262, the 6-foot senior, gets St. Louis on the board 1-0. Now Ryder Coons in the 4 spot bats. He'll step in and he'll foul this one back to the screen for strike 1. That one just came screaming off the bat of Griffin. Dimensions of the ballpark, we'll get to that in just a second. 0-1 pitch from Wago. This one gets the outside corner for strike number 2. For just joining us, top half of the first inning. It's 1-0 St. Louis, 2 outs. The batter's Ryder Coons. Here's the 0-2 delivery. This one up high and out of the zone for ball 1. St. Louis hitting over .320 as a team. 1-2 delivery. Coons lifts this one to right center. Moving over is Nagata from right, and he makes the catch to retire the side. After the top of the first inning, St. Louis gets a run on a hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. Head to the home half of the first when we come back. St. Louis 1, Mid-Pacific 0. This is ILH Baseball on ScoringLive.com at NBC Sports Radio on AM 1500. Scoring Live is your source for Hawaii high school athletics, bringing you all the action from the OIA, ILH, BIIF, KIF, and the MIL, with constantly updated scores, impacting photos, video highlights, game recaps, player features, and so much more. If you're looking for the best in high school sports, log on to ScoringLive.com. Scoring Live, your source for Hawaii high school athletics.
Hey, Christina, did you email the report to the client?
Yep, did it this morning.
Thanks.
Okay, first item on the agenda. Don't forget about the 3 p.m. status meeting.
At UHA, we're nuts about health. UHA is a recognized leader in wellness at work. Switch to a health insurance provider that really cares about your health. UHA, better health, better life.
NBC Sports Radio on AM 1500.
Back here at Keenamore Diamond at Damon Baseball Field, here on the campus of Mid-Pacific Institute here in Manoa. Weather has been a little bit off and on here in the valley as showers have sort of settled over the diamond just before us getting on the air. We do see some blue clouds to straightaway center, but the clouds going from left to right here, and there's some cloudy stuff on his way. So we'll see how that plays into effect as this afternoon goes on. Mid-Pacific 10-2-1 on the season, first in the ILH. Right behind them, the number 3 team in the Scoring Live Power Rankings, St. Louis at 10-3. As we mentioned, a win here for the Crusaders gives them first spot in the ILH temporarily with a game to go. Mid-Pac down 1-0. A Jacob Gribben home run for the Crusaders gave them the lead, 1-0. And now Bryce Nagata will step in for the Owls. Nagata, a right-handed hitter. A right fielder will step in. Nagata followed by Cal Muramaru, the coach's son. We'll talk about that in just a second. Nicholas Bottom bats third, the third baseman. As the 1-0 delivery is in there for strike number 1. 1-0 on the count now. Noah Shackles, the catcher, will bat in the cleanup spot. Cameron Igarashi, the left fielder, will bat 5th. Tyler Yamaguchi, the shortstop, bats 6th. Ryan Kiyotoki bats 7th, excuse me. The 1-2 pitch is in there for strike 2. Jarrett Lum will bat 8th. And Ryan Yamashiro, the second baseman, will bat 9th. Rain coming down even harder. 1-2 pitch. This one swung on. Ground ball to shortstop. Romero up with it. Over to first. 1 down. Now Cal Muramaru, the coach's son, will come up to the plate. Muramaru hitting .270 this season. 5'8", 135-pound senior. The lefty will step in, awaiting the delivery from Jordan Yamamoto, who's 4-1 this season. 1.65 ERA, first pitch on the way. So fastball just gets the corner for strike number 1. Defensively, it's Yamamoto in the mound. Taylor Mier, the catcher. Jordan Mopas, the first baseman. Tanner Tabercio, the second baseman. Another fastball gets the corner. Strike number 2. 0-2 the count here for Cal Muramaru. Pono Anderson at third. Rayson Romero, the shortstop position, as the 0-2 delivery misses outside. 1-2 now the count. And from left around the outfield, Ryder Coons, Jacob Gribben, who had the homer in the top half of the inning. Jacob White in right. Here's a swinging shot to short, and it's caught by Romero just off the handle of the bat. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first. It is pouring here, to say the least. It's coming down harder. And those blue skies have been covered with some gray clouds. We'll see how long the umpires will let this last. In the meantime, it's Nicholas Bottom who steps in. 2 outs, bottom of the first. First pitch on the way. It's a pop fly to center. Underneath it, Gribben. And Gribben makes the catch. They go down in the order. No runs, no hits, no errors. We head to the top half of the second. It's St. Louis 1, Mid-Pacific 0. This is ILH Baseball right here on ScoringLive.com at NBC Sports Radio on AM 1500.
Hawaii USA's Life Matters Award recognizes high school athletic teams that make positive changes in the life of individuals and organizations throughout Hawaii. Whether it's giving back to the community, serving as role models, inspiring others, or just lending a helping hand to those in need. Your team members are actively living Hawaii USA's Life Matters brand. As a recipient of Hawaii's Life Matters Award, your team will be spotlighted for its Life Matters efforts. We will award $500 and a Life Matters Award trophy to the winning team's athletic department 3 times during the school year. Please share your team's Life Matters experience and nominate your team today at ScoringLive.com/Life Matters. That's ScoringLive.com/Life Matters for the Hawaii USA Life Matters Award. Hawaii USA's Life Matters Award recognizes high school athletic teams that make positive changes in the life of individuals and organizations throughout Hawaii.
Felipe Ojastro, our great Scoring Live and NBC Sports Radio and AM 1500 crew. It's raining here in Manoa, to say the least, and it's not raining down hard. It looks like a lot from our position, and thankfully we're covered right behind home plate. But it just seems to settle just over this field. And again, we'll see how the home plate umpires will, how long they will let this last. In the meantime, St. Louis leads it 1-0 here as we head to the top half of the second. And it's Jordan Yamamoto, the pitcher, to step in. Right-handed hitter, awaiting the pitch from Wago. Here it comes. He lines it into left for a base hit. Second hit of the game for the Crusaders. The first for Yamamoto, and a leadoff single to start the inning. Yamamoto, .364 hitting this year. Now Jacob White, the right fielder. Another right-handed hitter. Jacob White, a 5'11 senior. Also plays third base. He'll be attending Chaminade to study nursing next year. He's also part of the yearbook staff, and he's actually won a lot of awards for his photography. In fact, a lot of the graphics on the St. Louis Athletic site, courtesy of one Jordan Yamamoto. First pitch on the way. That's in there for strike. And now a huge cloud has come over, and now it is raining even harder here in Manoa. 1-0 pitch on the way. Here's a bunt right back to Wago. He'll go to second to get the lead runner out. And out goes Yamamoto.
Next up for St. Louis, number 5.
Jacob White will get on with a fielder's choice.
Number 25, designated hitter Travis Tanaka.
So now the DH, Travis Tanaka, will step in. Tanaka, 5'11 junior. Catcher, first baseman, and outfielder as well. Renaissance man for the Crusaders. And now the home plate umpire, Medeiros, is going to go see what this is like. It is muddy right at home plate. And now, just as they meet, it eases up a little bit. And for now, they will play on. There have been so many weather delays this season. And in fact, these two teams have been affected by most of it as well, along with Punahou and Iolani. They had to make up a ton of games in such a short amount of time. Tanaka steps in. Wide stance. Pitch in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes here for Travis Tanaka. Tanaka, 3.0 GPA. Usually used as the pinch hitter off the bench. In the lineup here. 2-0 pitch from Wago. This one lifted in the air to right center. Near the fence. It's going to go off the wall. White rounding second. He'll head to third. And it is Tanaka to head to second with a double. Third hit of the game for the Crusaders. Tanaka with the double. And now 1 out with runners in scoring position. Runners in second and third. And now Tanner Atabercio will step in. Atabercio hitting 188 here. A 5'11 junior. Certainly not the way that the Owls wanted to start this one. Down 1-0, 1 out in the top half of the second. Wide stance here for Altabercio. Sees the pitch, here it comes. Breaking ball, just gets the outside corner for strike one. For Tanner, he's part of the Spanish club. Also in engineering clubs, and basically plays all the infield positions, all carrying a 4.0 GPA as well. Chase Wago trying to settle here. 0-1 pitch, and he looks to third. Trying to get out Jacob White. White gets back to the bag. Rain has settled. Still gray and cloudy here in Manoa. Tanner, the second baseman. Here's the pitch. This one just gets the outside corner for strike two. No balls and 2 strikes here for Altabercio. Infield here at normal depth for the Owls. Wago awaiting the sign from Shackles. He gets it. It's the windup and the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. First strikeout here on the afternoon for Wago. And 2 outs here in the top half of the second as the third baseman, Pono Anderson, will step in. Anderson, another righty. Labeled as the number 2 pitcher here on this St. Louis team. He sees this first pitch, swung on and missed. Fastball on the outside. 0-1 the count now. Runners on at second and third. 2 outs here for Anderson. The 0-1 pitch. That one misses well outside. 1 ball and a strike. Jordan Yamamoto led off this inning with a single, followed by Jacob White, who got on with a fielder's choice. Tanaka got a double to set up this position here with White at third and Tanaka at second. And Anderson at the plate. 1-1 pitch. Curveball up high. 2 balls and a strike. St. Louis team trying to win one here against Mid-Pacific after losing the 2 meetings this season so far. 1-2 pitch. Up high. 2-2. Another breaking ball. It is Anderson, who's actually batting 1,000 this year. Not saying much, but it's actually 1-1. Make the count 3 balls and a strike, I beg your pardon. This one off the end of the bat. Now they'll load it up with 3-2. So full count here coming up for Anderson. Speaking with head coach George Gussman, he said that he typically has a word of the day in practices leading up to games. Yesterday's word was faith, having faith in the system, having faith in each other. Trying to come up with a big win here to put him temporarily in first place at the ILH. Wind picking up, rain going sideways. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Wago. This one off the end of the bat, heading into right. Underneath it, Nagata, and he snags it for the 3rd out of the inning. They threaten, but can't drive anyone home. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. We head to the bottom half of the second. It's St. Louis 1, Mid-Pacific 0. This is ILH Baseball at ScoringLive.com and NBC Sports Radio on AM 1500.
With over 37 years of experience, Kuroda Auto Body in Waipio Gentry offers the best in technology and collision repair. Here at Kuroda Auto Body, we believe in the value of hard work and teamwork to ensure our customers leave with the satisfaction of a job well done. We wish the very best to all of the participating athletes across the state of Hawaii. Dream big and reach for the top. Kuroda Auto Body, where only the very best will do.
Scoring Live is your source for Hawaii high school athletics, bringing you all the action from the OIA, ILH, BIIF, KIF, and the MIL, with constantly updated scores, impacting photos, video highlights, game recaps, player features, and so much more. If you're looking for the best in high school sports, log on to ScoringLive.com. Scoring Live, your source for Hawaii high school athletics.
Here we go.
Real sports fans listen to NBC Sports Radio on AM 1500.
Oh, rip it.
Bottom half here of the second. Noah Shackles leads us off here for the Owls, down 1-0. First pitch from Yamamoto to him. This one lined into center, gets down, base hit. Shackles took a baby turn around first. He'll stay there with a leadoff single. And now Cameron Igarashi, the left fielder, will come in here for Mid-Pacific. Igarashi, so far this season, hitting .324 for the Owls. Also, Igarashi, an ILH honorable mention from a year ago. A lot of talent here for Mid-Pacific. They have all the tools to try and claim that state championship yet again. The throw down to first, not in time, by Yamamoto. Yamamoto waits the pitch, goes back to first, try to get Shackles out. Shackles slides in safely. Pretty good crowd here in Manoa. All of them brought their umbrellas, thankfully. The weather has been crazy, to say the least. It's been one of the main storylines they're going of this game so far. Igarashi was showing bunt. Gets to the corner, though, for strike one. Igarashi taps the plate with his bat. Medium stance. The throw back to first by Yamamoto. Really trying to get Shackles out there, but for the third time. Can't quite get him. A bunt down the first base side, but it rolls foul. And Igarashi will go back to the plate. Igarashi will step back in here. Showing bunt again. This one misses outside. Almost two strikes here for Igarashi. Yamamoto delivers up high. That one just got a piece of the bat and caught by the catcher Taylor Mier for the strikeout.
You guys say, when you guys get on a roll.
One down here in the bottom half of the second. We have Jared Infante pinch running here for Shackles. So Infante on at first. Now Tyler Yamaguchi, the shortstop. In the sixth spot, will step in. First pitch from Yamamoto. This one lifted into left center. Gribbin underneath it makes the catch. And it's Infante who wanted to get to second. It was halfway down the base path. Instead, he'll go back to first.
First base, number 23, Ryan Kyotoki.
Now Ryan Kyotoki will come in. First baseman.
Come on, Ryan.
Kyotoki hitting .229 this season. 5'10" senior. Wide stance here in the box. Yamamoto's first pitch. In there for strike number one. On a breaking ball, able to get the inside corner there. And the only score of the game, St. Louis's Jacob Gribbin. A homer into left center. Check swing by Kyotoki went around. 0-2 now the count. Yamamoto started settling here on the hill for St. Louis.
And he said,
Mid-Pacific coming off a 4-2 victory against Iolani. It was 0-0 up until the bottom half of the fifth, where Mid-Pacific scored all 4 of their runs. 2 pitch, fouled back to the screen.
There's also chocolate chip cookies.
And they'll do it all over again. Shackles led off the bottom half of the second with a single, and then a strikeout and a fly out to center by Igarashi and Yamaguchi brings us to this point. 2 outs here, and Yamamoto hits Kiyotoki.
Up there, DH, number 21, Jared Love.
So Kiyotoki will take the first place bag. Infante will head over to second with 2 outs, and now Jared Lum stepping in, the DH. Lum, a 5'7" senior.
Come on, Jared!
All 3 of the losses for St. Louis, head coach George Vestman said it's all been about routine plays and mental mistakes. It's been difficult to sort of handle that in practice because those are situations that you can't just simulate. As the first pitch for Lum fouls back to the screen for strike 1. Owls coached by Dunmore Maru, the ILH coach of the year a season ago. They've won their last 4 games, but 3 of those 4 were decided by 2 runs or less, including against this very St. Louis team 10 days ago. 0-1 pitch, foul back to the screen. 0-2 now the count. Skies have cleared up just a little bit, and now the humidity is about to set in. No delays in this game thus far. Maybe a little bit of a delay to a late start. 0-2 pitch. This one up high. 1-2 the count. 2 outs here, bottom of the second. Runners on at first and second for the Owls. Down 1-0. Yamamoto awaiting the sign from Mier. He gets it. Looks to second. Checks again. Thought about throwing it that side. Thought better of it. The lefty Lum awaiting this 1-2 delivery. Here it comes. Breaking ball up high. They've clocked Yamamoto on the mound and around, at the most, in the low 90s, 90, 92. Got a good slider on his arsenal. Usually hovers around that mid-80 range when he throws. It's a very, very talented St. Louis squad with the depth that they have in their bullpen. Also the power hitters here and the quick hitters for the Crusaders. They have all the right pieces to make a strong run at the title.
Come on, Jared!
1-2 pitch. Awaiting for Lum. Here it comes. This one misses up high. So it started out to at least it seemed to be an easy inning. Now been a little bit of a struggle here. Now the pressure's on for Jordan Yamamoto. Two balls, 2 strikes, and then the fake throw over to second. Sun peeks through the clouds now. For the first time, we get sunshine here. Full count here for Lum. Here's the pitch. Up high. A 2-out walk delivered by Yamamoto to load the bases in the bottom half of the second.
Come on, Ron!
Now Ryan Yamashiro. Yamashiro hitting .636 this year. He's got a couple of RBIs in a big position for the Owls with 2 down in the bottom half of the second. Yamashiro, 5'9" sophomore. First pitch on the way, and he hit him. Infante will come around to score. Kiyotoki moves to third, Lum to second. It's the second hit by pitch thrown by Jordan Yamamoto. And now we go to the top of the order, the 7th batter that Yamamoto will face in the inning. And the infield will have a meeting here. George Gussman will come around and talk with them. Again, this inning led off with a single and then a strikeout and a flyout to center by Igarashi and Yamaguchi respectively. Made it 2 outs. Then the next 3 batters, a hit by pitch, a walk, and another hit by pitch, which allows Infante to score. And we're all tied at 1. And now Bryce Nagata is about ready to step in. And George Gussman talking to his staff to see what they want to do at this point. And now see Gussman is going over to the circle. And they're going to scrape off some of the mud off Yamamoto's foot here. Again, the rain has been on and off. Right now it is off. In fact, it's almost beautiful. You almost wouldn't recognize that it rained. No more than 15 minutes ago, it was pouring down hard. And again, this is a big game here for each of these 2 teams as we get ready for the ILH postseason. Coming up in about a week. Top 2 seeds get those first round buys. And with the depth of the ILH this year, every win critical.
Come on, Bryce!
And now we have another little bit of delay in the game. So now, Jared Lum, who was at second, is going to be replaced here by Hunter Hill, a 5'7" sophomore. So Kiyotoki at third, Hill at second, Ryan Yamashiro at first. Bases loaded for the Owls, 2 down. And to the top of the order we go with Bryce Nagata, who grounded out to short his last at bat. First pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Good fastball toss there by Yamamoto. So you mentioned 4-1 this year, 1.65 ERA. Nagata takes a few swings. The narrow stance. 0-1 pitch on the way. This one fouled off the tip of the bat. Hit the catcher's chest plate and back to the screen. 0-2 the count now. God bless you to that individual that actually sneezed into our crowd mic. Bases loaded. 2 outs. 0-2 pitch for Nagata. Here it comes. This one just gets past the catcher, Mier. Kiyotoki thought about rolling the dice, thought better of it, went back to the bag. 1 ball and 2 strikes now coming up for Nagata. Bottom half of the second, all tied at 1 here. Pivotal ILH matchup between 2 of the top 3 teams in the state in the ScoringLive Power Rankings. One-two pitch. on the way. This one lined up the middle, scooped up by the shortstop Romero, over to second, and the side is retired. Not before Mid-Pacific gets a run on one hit. No errors and 3 left on. We head to the top half of the third. All tied at 1. And this is ILH Baseball on ScoringLive.com and NBC Sports Radio on AM 1500.
Hey, Christina, did you email the report to the client?
Yep, did it this morning.
Thanks.
Okay, first item on the agenda. Don't forget about the 3 p.m. status meeting.
At UHA, we're nuts about health. UHA is a recognized leader in wellness at work. Switch to a health insurance provider that really cares about your health. UHA. Better health, better life.
Scoring Live is your source for Hawaii high school athletics, bringing you all the action from the OIA, ILH, BIIF, KIF, and the MIL, with constantly updated scores, impacting photos, video highlights, game recaps, player features, and so much more. If you're looking for the best in high school sports, log on to ScoringLive.com. Scoring Live, your source for Hawaii high school athletics. Top half of the third inning. We're here in Manoa, Kitamora Diamond at Damon Baseball Field. Probably one of the longest names for a high school baseball field that you'll hear in the state. But in the meantime, we're all tied at 1 between St. Louis and Mid-Pacific. St. Louis second in the ILH, 10-3. Third in the Scoring Live Power Rankings. Mid-Pacific at 10, 2-1. First in the ILH, second in the Scoring Live Power Rankings. A bases loaded hit by pitch thrown by Yamamoto scored Jordan Infante in the last half inning to tie things up at 1. St. Louis at the plate now. And it's Rayson Romero to lead us off. Top of the order here. Romero sees this one. Hanging breaking ball against the outside corner for strike 1. Romero with Mopos on deck and Jacob Gribben, who had the home run to get us going here, expected at the plate. Fastball in there, strike 2. Now, with some momentum building here for Mid-Pacific, Chase Wago seems to at least settle through the first 2 pitches of this inning. Here's the 0-2. That one in the dirt. 1-2. Field dimensions look like this. 327 down the left field line. 366 down the right field line. 333 to straightaway center. 1-2 pitch. Off the end of the bat towards second. Yamashiro to Kiyotoki at first. 1 down. Romero 0 for 2 now on the afternoon as Jordan Mopos. Mopos, the first baseman, hitting .350 this season. Grounded right back to the pitcher in the first inning. First pitch on the way. This one hit into center, and that gets down for a base hit. Good contact hitter is Mopos. St. Louis looking to recapture that momentum. Was lost a little bit in that last half inning. So 1 down here in the top of the third in a 1-1 game. And now Jacob Gribben. Gribben, the .262 hitter. Get his first homer of the season to deep left center. Went right into the trees. The righty awaits the pitch from Wago. This one foul back to the screen for strike 1. It's a big hole in right center field if Gribben can get it there. So big one down the right field line as well. 0-1 pitch. Hanging curveball, misses outside. 1-1 the count. Jacob Gribben, 3.4 GPA. He's taken 3 AP classes. Was injured during the preseason. And he's battled his way to get to 100%. Here's the pitch. Up high, runner goes. And now it's a rundown here. Caught by Mopas, and he's finally tagged out by Tyler Yamaguchi, the shortstop, for the second out of the inning. Two balls and a strike here for Gribben. Two down in the top half of the third. Mopas really tried to risk it. Wasn't the best decision in that situation. 2-1 pitch for Gribben. Fastball gets to the corner, 2-2. Gribben has great bat speed, according to head coach George Gustman. 2-2, misses outside, 3-2. Chase Wago, we mentioned 2.59 ERA for him. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here is the pitch. Off the end of the bat, this one is heading behind the trees to the right side of our position. If you head to Manoa up University, there's no way you can miss this beautiful ballpark here at Mid-Pacific. 3-2 pitch. This one off the end of the bat, off the glove of Wago. It's short of Yamashiro, who can't get it. It'll be an infield single for Gribben. And now he's 2 for 2.
To the plate for the Crusaders is number 3, Ryder Coons.
And now Ryder Coons, who flew out to right in his last at-bat. Good power hitter, hitting .442 this year. He's actually the quarterback of the St. Louis football squad. Been going to a lot of Vinny Passes' quarterback camps. The throw down to first, not in time by Chase Wago. Coon's been on the varsity team since he was a freshman. Was actually ILH first-team All-Star quarterback as well. And the 0-1 pitch, or rather the first pitch, is lined down the third base side into left. Coons with a single. Gribben moves from first to third. So runners on at the corners now with 2 outs.
Up next is number 7, Jordan
And now Jordan Yamamoto, who has home run power as well. Gets ready to step up to the dish. So the go-ahead run 90 feet away here for the Crusaders. It's Jacob Gribben. Yamamoto singled in his last at-bat in the second inning. First pitch. Misses outside for ball 1. Yamamoto labeled as the team's best pitcher. Not shocking. Throws in that 90 to 93 mile-per-hour range, but his hitting can sometimes be overlooked. Good contact hitter as well. Gribben on at third, Coons on at first. 2 outs here, top half of the third in a 1-1 game. Here's the pitch. Hanging it, gets in there for a strike. The curveball. Here's Wago, throws that breaking ball real well. 1 ball and a strike now here for Jordan Yamamoto. Yamamoto signed on to play at the University of Arizona next year. Also could be big league bound. In fact, a couple of players, along with Devin Stubblefield. Also in that rare air. Throw down to first, not in time, as they try to get Coons out. Talk more about Jordan's production in just a bit. Ball 1 strike, here's the pitch. Check swing, did not go. Misses outside, 2-1. Maybe more than any other sport, superstition seems to be extremely important to baseball players. We'll mention that in a second here. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. This one, ground ball to second. Scooped up by Yamashiro. He'll toss it to Yamaguchi at second to retire the side. No runs, 3 hits, and 2 left on base. We head to the bottom half of the third, all tied at 1. This is ILH Baseball on ScoringLive.com and NBC Sports Radio on AM 1500.
Whether it's giving back to the community, serving as role models, inspiring others, or just lending a helping hand to those in need, your team members are actively living Hawaii USA's Life Matters brand. As a recipient of Hawaii's Life Matters Award, your team will be spotlighted for its Life Matters efforts. We will award $500 and a Life Matters Award trophy to the winning team's athletic department 3 times during the school year. Please share your team's Life Matters experience and nominate your team today at ScoringLive.com/LifeMatters. That's ScoringLive.com/LifeMatters for the Hawaii USA Life Matters Award. Hawaii USA.
It was a speller's up.
Busted up.
Bottom half of the third inning here. All tied at 1 between Mid-Pacific and St. Louis. Pivotal matchup here in the ILH as we get ready for the postseason coming up in about a week. Mid-Pacific at the plate will be Cal Muramaru, who flew out to short in his last at-bat, 0 for 1 today. He'll step in. Muramaru sees his first pitch from Yamamoto, and it's a fastball in there for strike number 1. Mentioned Cal Muramaru hitting .270 this year. Coach's son, as another fastball misses outside 1-1 the count now here for Mid-Pacific. Get Mid-Pacific trying to get even more distance to get the 1 seed in the ILH postseason. 1-1 pitch, misses down and away, 2-1. Muramaru, ILH second team selection last season. Pacific lost a lot of talent last year, including Marcus Doy. Here's the pitch. This one a grounder over to second, onto Bercio, over to first. In time for out number 1. Now Nicholas Bottom, who flew out to center in his last at-bat, will step in. Bottom, a right-handed hitter, waiting the pitch. Here it comes. Throwing a wicked fastball, but just misses. Down near the shins for ball 1. Bottom hitting .211. 1-0 pitch. That one, strike at the knees. One ball, 1 strike here for Bottom. Medium stands in the box, and time is called by Nicholas Bottom. Top half of the first inning from St. Louis. It was a Jacob Griffin homer to left center to make it 1-0. In the second inning, with the bases loaded, Jordan Yamamoto hits Ryan Yamashiro to allow a run to score, and that's how we got to this 1-1 tie. 3 balls and a strike here after that last fastball misses a zone. For Bottom. Yamamoto gets the sign, the windup, the pitch. Off the end of the bat line to second, not to Bercio. L4 in your books. 2 down here, bottom half of the third. And now Noah Shackles will come in. Bercio has had a hand in retiring the last 3 batters from his second base position. Shackles with a medium stance, sees his first pitch from Yamamoto. This one off the end of the bat again, heading towards short. Romero scoops it up, over to first, in time for the out. For the second time in the game, they go down in the order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Top half of the 4th inning when we come back. It's St. Louis 1, Mid-Pacific 1. And this is ILH Baseball on ScoringLive.com and NBC Sports Radio on AM 1500.
With over 37 years of experience, Kuroda Auto Body in Waipio Gentry offers the best in technology and collision repair. Here at Kuroda Auto Body, we believe in the value of hard work and teamwork to ensure our customers leave with the satisfaction of a job well done. We wish the very best to all of the participating athletes across the state of Hawaii. Dream big and reach for the top. Kuroda Auto Body, where only the very best will do.
Hey, Christina, did you email the report to the client?
Yep, did it this morning.
Thanks.
Okay, first item on the agenda. Don't forget about the 3 p.m. status meeting.
At UHA, we're nuts about health. UHA is a recognized leader in wellness at work. Switch to a health insurance provider that really cares about your health. UHA, better health, better life.
Back here in Manoa, great to have you with us. Top of the fourth, tied at 1 between St. Louis and Mid-Pacific here at Kitamore Diamond at Damon Baseball Field. Second to last game of the ILH regular season. A lot on the line here. St. Louis trying to catch up to Mid-Pacific. Trying to get the 1 seed in the ILH heading into the postseason. Top 2 seeds in the ILH postseason get a first-round bye in the tournament. Those first-round matchups, the 3 versus 6 and the 4 versus 5 single eliminations, then when you get to the semis, it's double elimination. And with the amount of games that these guys have played such a short amount of time, rest is key. As Jacob White leads us off in the 4th. Awaiting the pitch from Wago. Wago sees a sign, delivers. This one hops into the glove of Noah Shackles for ball 1. White at the plate, Travis Tanaka on deck. Tanner Atabercio scheduled to see it here. This one lifted into center, and it's an easy catch for Cal Muramara out there in center field. Quickly 1 down in the inning. This is the game that we kind of expected. Relatively low-scoring game in the last meetings. It was a 1-0 loss for St. Louis, and then a 5-3 loss for the Crusaders as well, 10 days ago. Looking to try and at least pick up 1 win in this regular season. As Travis Tanaka sees the first pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses outside for ball 1. Tanaka 1 for 1 today, doubled in the second. Comes the 0-1, fastball, just misses the corner. 2 balls and no strikes. We mentioned how much superstition plays into baseball for head coach George Gussman. On the way to wherever the ballparks are, he always has to find a coin. 2-0 pitch. That one gets the inside corner. 2 balls and a strike. He always has to find a coin, whether it's on campus, on the bus ride, from the bus ride to the park. He always has to find it, and he'll leave it in his pocket. He does have a coin in his pocket today. And in all the games that he wins, he takes that coin and leaves it in his locker. As a 2-1 pitch gets the outside corner. 2-2 the count now here. Wago was fought back from the hill. So if he wins a game, he'll take the coin, put it in his locker, and there are a lot of coins in his locker, I'll tell you that. 2-2 pitch, lifted into right. Easy catch for Bryce Nagata. 2 down.
Next up to the plate.
No complete dollar amount given by head coach George Gussman, but it's just one of the superstitions that says, you know, it's just something that just works for me. Different coaches do different things. Some wear the same undershirt after a win. That just works for Coach Gus. Tanner Atabercio now will come in, and he'll lift one into left center. And this one is going to go all the way to the wall. A big turnaround first. Atabercio will stand up with a double. A 2-out double hit by Atabercio.
Next up to bat is number 4, Pono Anderson.
And now Pono Anderson come up to the plate. That's a Bercio hitting 188 just heading into this afternoon's game. Struck out in the second and now just doubled, and now Anderson will come in. Anderson. High batting stance here. This one lined into left, but caught. Calmore Maru from his center field position covered some ground to make the grab and retire the side. No runs on a hit, no errors, and one left on. We head to the home half of the fourth, still tied at 1. This is ILH Baseball at ScoringLive.com and NBC Sports Radio on AM 1500.
Scoring Live is your source for Hawaii high school athletics, bringing you all the action from the OIA, ILH, BIIF, KIF, and the MIL, with constantly updated scores, impacting photos, video highlights, game recaps, player features, and so much more. If you're looking for the best in high school sports, log on to ScoringLive.com. Scoring Live, your source for Hawaii high school athletics.
Hey, Christina, did you email the report to the client?
Yep, did it this morning.
Thanks.
Okay, first item on the agenda. Don't forget about the 3 p.m. status meeting.
At UHA, we're nuts about health. UHA is a recognized leader in wellness at work. Switch to a health insurance provider that really cares about your health. UHA, better health, better life.
Bottom half of the fourth year, Ketamore Diamond, Damon Baseball Field on the campus of Mid-Pacific Institute. Hometown Owls 1, St. Louis 1. Tie game as Kamen Igarashi, fifth hitter in the lineup here for the Owls, leads us off in the bottom half of the fourth. And the first pitch he sees is fouled back to the screen. Igarashi and then Tyler Yamaguchi on deck. Ryan Kiyotoki, seventh hitter in the lineup, scheduled to take some swings. In what has been a little bit of a... The weather's been crazy, to say the least, here on this Tuesday. As the 0-1 pitch misses on the inside at the knees. 1 ball and a strike. The weather's been crazy. It's been raining sideways, and we saw some relatively heavy downpours. But blue skies and some sunshine here. Fastball misses on the 1-1. 2-1 the count now here for Cameron Igarashi. Jordan Yamamoto threw a hit by pitch to allow a run to score. Here's a fly ball on the infield. Underneath it is Atabercio, and he makes the grab. 1 down.
Up to bat, number 5, Tyler Yamaguchi.
And now Tyler Yamaguchi, who flew out to center, 0 for 1 today,
Come on, Tyler.
gets ready to step in. We mentioned Yamaguchi hitting .294 on the season. 5'8" junior shortstop. Yamamoto's first pitch to him. It's a fastball that gets the outside corner for strike 1. I mentioned the talent that Mid-Pacific lost last year. Trey Saito, the ILH most valuable player. 0-1 delivery, misses outside 1-1 on a fastball tossed by Yamamoto. Marcus Doy now with the Rainbow Warriors. ILH first team selection as a catcher. Ball on the strike here. Here's the pitch, and this is in the dirt, 2-1. Mid-Pacific coming off a 4-2 win against Iolani. Actually won their last 4 games, but 3 of those 4 games decided by 2 runs or less against Puno, St. Louis, and Iolani. 2-1 pitch. This one chopped into left, backhanded by Romero, and the throw is not in time. Infield single here.
Up to bat,
Yamaguchi, all one out single. Yamaguchi was quick too, and that shot was deep into the hole, just out of the reach of Romero, who had to cover ground to his right from his shortstop position. Trying to throw it moving away from the first base bag, but the speed by Yamaguchi beat it out, and now Ryan Kiyotoki will step in. First pitch, fastball misses for ball one. Kiyotoki hit by a pitch in the bottom half of the second. One of two batters that were hit by pitches. The second one was with the bases loaded that drove home Jordan Infante. The throw down to first, not in time, as Yamaguchi just slides back to the bag. Here's the pitch. This one, a liner that takes out a couple branches in the trees down the first base side. St. Louis getting 1 run on 7 hits. Mid-Pacific just 1 run on 2 hits. Two delivery, and this is just outside. Another ball tossed by Jordan Yamamoto. 2 balls and a strike now. Here for Ryan Kiyotoki. Wide stance for Ryan. Here's the pitch. This one on the right side. A ground ball. Mopa scoops it up. Will tag the bag. Yamaguchi goes from first to second. And there's 2 down here in the bottom half of the 4th. Now Jarrett Lum will come back in after Hunter Hill was initially in for him. And Lum sees a fastball right at the knees for strike number 1. So the go-ahead runs at second. Tyler Yamaguchi. 2 down here, bottom half of the 4th. All tied at 1 between St. Louis and Mid-Pacific. Lum, who walked in the bottom half of the second. Awaiting the pitch. 0-1 delivery. Oh, that one hit him right on the hands. You're going to rule it off the barrel of the bat, though. Just off the handle. That one looked like it hit him right on the right part of his wrist. But the way that the ball ricocheted, that one keeps screaming off of it. So just the bottom part of the pack. So an 0-2 pitch coming for Lum. Here it comes. So fastball in the dirt, 1-2. The penultimate game for each of these 2 teams. They'll wrap up their season on Saturday at Les Murakami Stadium. 0-2 pitch. Chopped to first. Scooped up Mopas. He'll scoop it up and tag the bag for the second unassisted out for him. And that'll retire the side as Mid-Pacific gets no runs on a hit and 1 left on. We head to the top half of the 5th inning, all tied at 1. And this is ILH Baseball on ScoringLive.com and NBC Sports Radio on AM 1500.
With over 37 years of experience, Kuroda Auto Body in Waipio Gentry offers the best in technology and collision repair. Here at Kuroda Auto Body, we believe in the value of hard work and teamwork to ensure our customers leave with the satisfaction of a job well done. We wish the very best to all of the participating athletes across the state of Hawaii. Dream big and reach for the top. Kuroda Auto Body, where only the very best will do. With over 30...
Scoring Live is your source for Hawaii high school athletics, bringing you all the action from the OIA, ILH, BIIF, KIF, and the MIL. with constantly updated scores, impacting photos, video highlights, game recaps, player features, and so much more. If you're looking for the best in high school sports, log on to ScoringLive.com. Scoring Live, your source for Hawaii high school athletics.
AM 1500.
Head to the top half of the 5th inning. St. Louis taking on Mid-Pacific here in Manoa. All tied at 1. I mean, two teams looking to get some big momentum heading into the ILH postseason. St. Louis number 3 in the ScoringLive power rankings with a 10-3 record. They're second place in the ILH. Mid-Pacific at 10-2-1. They're the number 2 team in the ScoringLive power rankings, but they are at the top of the ILH. And now we're at the top of the order with Grayson Romero to lead us off here for the Crusaders. 0 for 2 today. Here's a slow curveball that just hits the dirt about a foot in front of the plate for ball 1. Romero hitting .400 on the season heading into this afternoon's game. Grounded to third, grounded to second in his 2 at-bats this afternoon. Here's the 1-0. This one is a curveball up high, 2-0. Romero, the 5'8" senior shortstop, as the rain comes down a little bit more here in Manoa. 2-0. In the dirt, 3-0. Romero is a part of the National Honor Society at St. Louis. He's actually a writer in the school newspaper as well, called The Collegian. He'll play baseball at Hawaii Pacific University next season. He's been a 3-year starter on the varsity squad. He's been a starter at St. Louis since he was in the 7th grade. 2 years on the intermediate team and 1 on the JV squad, as the 3-0 pitch is in there for strike 1. Fastball over the heart of the plate. A little bit of a drizzle again here in Manoa. 3-1 pitch. Gets the outside corner, 3-2. Wind picks up just a little bit.
Come on, Chase!
St. Louis has stranded 6 runners at the plate in this game. They get 5 runners, excuse me. Here's the 3-2. This one lifted into center. Muramaru makes the grab. Traveling about 10 feet to his left.
Next up to bat for the Crusaders
for out number 1.
Jordan Molpas.
And now Jordan Molpas will step in. Molpas 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Singled in his last at bat. To the top half of the 3rd inning. First pitch, Molpas. Base hit up the middle. An easy one. Back-to-back singles in his last 2 times at the plate.
Next up to bat is number 42, Jacob Gibbon.
And a 1-out single for him will leave Gribbin at the plate again, who is 2 for 2. Homered in the first. A solo shot to left center. Singled in the 3rd. What can he do here? Short stance showing bunt. This one is fell back to the screen. Gribbin there at the plate with 1 out. Ryder Coons on deck. Coons also singled in the 3rd inning. Gribbin showing bunt. Runner on at first. They throw it right to first, and it's not in time. Sliding in safely is Molpas. Gribbin awaiting the pitch, showing bunt again. The 0-1. And this one misses outside, 1-1. Fastball up high. Rain has gone away. Sun has appeared through the clouds. 1-1 pitch tossed by Wago. This one fouled back and out of play. 1-2 the count here for Wago. Wago, a ScoringLive top performer earlier this week for the team that's currently second in the ScoringLive Power Rankings, which, by the way, you can check out on ScoringLive.com. Updated every Monday night. 1-2 pitch. Oh, they're going to throw it down to first, and getting back to the bag is Mopas. It will remain 1-2 here for Gribben. Getting some advice here from George Gussman, who's in his 5th year with the program. 1-2 pitch. Curveball. This one goes off the mound. Scooped up by the shortstop, Tyler Yamaguchi. Does a do-si-do to second to toss Mopas out. Gribben gets on with a fielder's choice here. Ryder Coons will now step in. Coons again hitting .442 heading into this afternoon. Singled in his last at-bat. He's 1 for 2 today. Jordan Yamamoto on deck here for the Crusaders. Pitch on the way. So bring the ball up high.
Chase!
We're trying to get behind Chase Wago here. Had a little bit of a difficult time in the early part of this game. Here's the pitch. This one is lifted by Coons into right. Charging hard is Nagata. He can't make the grab. It goes all the way to the wall. Rounding third is Gribben. He'll come to score. Coons goes to third. And it's 2-1 St. Louis.
Next up to bat for the Crusaders is number 7, Jordan Yamamoto.
So it's a triple here for Ryder Coons. As Gribben comes to score, Jordan Yamamoto will step in. Yamamoto sees his first pitch, and this one lined into left base hit. RBI single for him as Coons comes to score. 2 runs in the inning, and now it's 3-1 St. Louis with 2 outs. Like Brett Uchima will come into actually pinch run for Yamamoto. And now Dunmore Amaru will tag Chase Wago out. And now Noah Sills, a 6-foot junior, will step in here for Mid-Pacific. So while he steps in, we'll step out. We'll take a timeout here as St. Louis puts up 2 runs here with 2 outs in the top half of the 5th. They lead it 3-1. And this is ILH Baseball on ScoringLive.com and NBC Sports Radio on AM 1500.
USA's Life Matters Award recognizes high school athletic teams that make positive changes in the life of individuals and organizations throughout Hawaii. Whether it's giving back to the community, serving as role models, inspiring others, or just lending a helping hand to those in need, your team members are actively living Hawaii USA's Life Matters brand. As a recipient of Hawaii's Life Matters Award, your team will be spotlighted for its Life Matters efforts. We will award $500 and a Life Matters Award trophy to the winning team's athletic department 3 times during the school year. Please share your team's Life Matters experience and nominate your team today at ScoringLive.com/Life Matters. That's ScoringLive.com/Life Matters for the Hawaii USA Life Matters Award. Hawaii
So a pitching change here for the Owls as we return to Manoa. In a 3-1 game, St. Louis leads it by 2 here after scoring 2 runs with 2 outs in the top half of the 5th inning. Noah Sills will climb the hill. Sills, a 6-foot junior. No exact win-loss record on him by the stats given to us by Mid-Pacific. Does have an ERA of 1.94, however. Chase Wago pitched 4 2/3 inning. Can't close the books on him. Runner on at first is still his responsibility as Sills throws to first to try and get the pinch runner Brett Uchima out, but Uchima slides back in safely. Another throw to first. This is not in time. Uchima slides back in safely as well. Uchima, or Chase Wago, again mentioned 4 2/3, gave up 7 hits, a run earned. Could be another one with that runner at first base. On the pitch, it was a ball. 1 ball, no strikes here. Here's the delivery. Curveball, this one ends up short of the plate. 2 balls, no strikes here for Jacob White. Jacob White is 0 for 2 on this afternoon. 0 for 1, excuse me. Flew out to center in the top half of the 4th. And the 2-0 pitch is in there for strike 1. Fastball able to get the corner. It was Ryder Coons who had a triple to drive home Jacob Gribben all the way from first, and then Jordan Yamamoto single scored Coons. And here's a shot that's lifted to left. It'll get down for a base hit for Jacob White. Uchima heads to second.
Next up for the Crusaders is number 25.
It's the 3rd base hit of the inning. And now Travis Tanaka will step up to the plate. Earlier game, St. Louis, in the last 2 meetings against Mid-Pacific, always had a fight from behind. Now they're out in front. Can they keep the foot on the accelerator here and get some distance against this very talented Mid-Pacific team? Tanaka sees his pitch. Get the outside corner for strike 1. Tanaka doubled in the 2nd. Flew out to right in the 4th. That triple, by the way, going back to Ryder Coons, when he had that triple, that 2-out triple, opposite field, lined over to right, and the right fielder Nagata might have lost it in the sun. The sun is beaming down over there in the right. Here's a ground ball. This is to short. Yamaguchi goes over to second to retire the side. St. Louis gets 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors and 2 left on. We head to the bottom half of the 5th, and it's St. Louis 3, Mid-Pacific 1. And this is ILH Baseball on ScoringLive.com and NBC Sports Radio on AM 1500.
Scoring Live is your source for Hawaii high school athletics, bringing you all the action from the OIA, ILH, BIIF, KIF, and the MIL, with constantly updated scores, impacting photos, video highlights, game recaps, player features, and so much more. If you're looking for the best in high school sports, log on to ScoringLive.com. Scoring Live, your source for Hawaii high school athletics.
Hey, Christina, did you email the report to the client?
Yep, did it this morning.
Thanks.
Okay, first item on the agenda. Don't forget about the 3 p.m. status meeting.
At UHA, we're nuts about health. UHA is a recognized leader in wellness at work. Switch to a health insurance provider that really cares about your health. UHA, better health, better life.
A little bit of work to do here for Mid-Pacific. Bottom half of the 5th, down 2, 3-1. We welcome you back here to Manoa. Felipe Ojastro, our great Scoring Live crew. Scuba Steve back in the AM 1500 studios. It's Ryan Yamashiro will lead us off here. 9th hitter in the lineup for the Owls. Sees the first pitch sailing to the dirt for ball one. Jordan Yamamoto on the hill for St. Louis. The 1-0 delivery misses up high. 2-0. Yamamoto threw or hit a batter with the bases loaded in the second. To at that point, drive home a run for Mid-Pacific and tie the game at 1 apiece. The 2-0 delivery. This one in the dirt again, 3-0. For the most part, he's only given up 2 hits, though. 2 balls and 1 strike, I beg your pardon. The count here for Yamashiro. Well, time is called by Yamashiro. Yamashiro, by the way, was the guy who was hit by the pitch by Yamamoto that allowed Jordan Infante to come home. 2-1 in the dirt, 3-1. In that second inning, Owls sent up 7 batters to the plate. And the 3-1 pitch misses. That went down and away. Leadoff walk here. Nobody out here, bottom of the 5th. As we go back to the top of the order, and Bryce Nagata, who grounded out to short. And both times at the plate. The first and the second. First pitch on the way is a pop fly on the infield. And this one's caught by Jordan Mopas at first. 1 down here in the inning. And now Cal Muramaru will step in. Muramaru also 0 for 2 today. Top 3 hitters in the lineup now combined 0 for 7. Pitch from Yamamoto. It's a fastball, and it got him on the elbow. Just grazed Muramaru on the elbow, and it's the 3rd batter that Yamamoto has hit in this game. So Ryan Yamashiro will go to second. Muramaru to first. 1 out here in the bottom half of the 5th. And it's Mid-Pacific down a pair. 3-1 to St. Louis. Nicholas Bottom, 3rd hitter in the lineup, steps in. 0 for 2 today. Curveball tossed by Yamamoto's in there for strike number 1. Clouds have blocked the sky a little bit, but the sun is peeking through. And now rain coming down as just as I say that. Oh, 1 pitch. Curveball, base hit up the middle to center. Everybody will advance a bag. And now the bases are loaded with 1 out for the Owls.
Number 9, Kevin. Correction.
Yamashiro to 3rd, Muramaru to 2nd, Bottom to 1st with a 1-out single. And now stepping in will be Noah Shackles. Shackles, who singled in the 2nd and came around to score. And Yamamoto going to be put to the test yet again in the late portions of another game. Mid-pack going for the season sweep over the Crusaders. Bases loaded, 1 out. Shackles, the right-handed hitter, sees the pitch. Fastball misses outside. 1-0. There's a good, strong contingency by both of these schools to make their way to Manoa. Knowing how big of a game this is at this point of the season. 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed by Shackles. One on the count now. Mopas off his first base bag near the grass on the right side. The rest of the infield playing relatively at normal depth. With Shackles, who steps back out and now steps back in. Big hole in left center if he can take advantage of it with the bases loaded. Ground ball over to short. Bobbled by Romero, and the runner is safe. A run scores. Yamashiro comes home. Ruled safe at second. It's an error on Romero, and the first error of the game for either of these two teams. And the bases are still loaded with one out. Shackles gets on with a fielder's choice. Muramaru, he's at third. Bottom at second. Shackles at first. Cameron Igarashi to the plate now with one out. It's now 3-2 St. Louis. Owls have cut the deficit in half. Igarashi 0 for 2 today. First pitch on the way. A breaking ball that gets high in the zone for strike one. It's been the mental errors that have hurt St. Louis in games such as these. How will Yamamoto fight back? He gets a sign from Mier, and time is called at the plate by Cameron Igarashi. Tyler Yamaguchi on deck. Wind picking up, here's the pitch. This one bounces off the glove of Mier, but able to corral it. One ball and one strike now. Again, there's been only one hit in this inning so far. It's the sixth batter that Yamamoto will face. Here's the pitch. This one fouled back to the screen. One and two the count now here for Igarashi. Shadows are covering the play here. Shouldn't be too much of a problem as the pitch is swung on and missed. For strike number 3. It's the second strikeout here for Yamamoto. And now bases loaded, 2 outs for Tyler Yamaguchi.
Come on, Tyler!
Yamaguchi 1 for 2 this afternoon, hitting .294 this season. And a base hit could possibly give the Owls the lead. Bottom half of the 5th inning, St. Louis leads at 3-2. Yamaguchi sees the pitch, line to short. Romero scooped it up to second. Not in time. Took him off the bag. A run scores. Tie game. Romero made a clean catch and then threw it to Atabercio. And now the throw looked like it pulled out Atabercio off the bag. George Gussman's going to try and challenge the call. In the meantime, Muramaru scores. So we'll see how they'll score that.
Up next, number 23, Ryan.
Bottom will go to third. Shackles to second. Yamaguchi will get on with a fielder's choice. And we're all tied at 3 with 2 outs. And the bases are not loaded after the run scores. Runners on at first and second, or rather the bases are loaded, excuse me. As the pitch here for Kiyotoki is in there for strike 1. So bottom at third, Shackles at second, Yamaguchi at first. After Muramaru came around to score. Tied at 3, 2 outs here. Kiyotoki swung on and missed. And Ryan was upset with that one. That was high in the zone. Should have thought better of it. He's upset with himself. No balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. This one fouled, just fouled at the plate. Barely got contact. Went to reach out for that one too. That one was well out of the zone. Tossed by Yamamoto. Bottom half of the 5th inning here. Drama builds. Kiyotoki sees it, swung on and missed. Strike 3. 3rd strikeout of the game for Yamamoto. And the inning is over. Mid-Pacific ties it up as they score 2 runs on a hit. 1 error. 3 left on. We head to the top half of the 6th inning. All squared at 3. This is ILH Baseball at ScoringLive.com and NBC Sports Radio at AM 1500.
7 years of experience, Kuroda Auto Body in Waipio Gentry offers the best in technology and collision repair. Here at Kuroda Auto Body, we believe in the value of hard work and teamwork to ensure our customers leave with the satisfaction of a job well done. We wish the very best to all of the participating athletes across the state of Hawaii. Dream big and reach for the top. Kuroda Auto Body, where only the very best will do. With over 30...
Scoring Live is your source for Hawaii high school athletics, bringing you all the action from the OIA, ILH, BIIF, KIF, and the MIL, with constantly updated scores, impacting photos, video highlights, game recaps, player features, and so much more. If you're looking for the best in high school sports, log on to ScoringLive.com. Scoring Live, your source for Hawaii high school athletics. All tied at 3 as we head to the top half of the 6th inning between St. Louis and Mid-Pacific. The penultimate game of the ILH regular season. It's a lot on the line here. Touch up on that in just a bit. Tanner Atabercio, 8th hitter in the lineup, steps in. Awaiting Noah Sills, who's coming to relief of Chase Wongo, who started the game. The first pitch misses outside, 4-1. Wongo pitched 4 2/3. Give up 3 runs. There's a slider that gets in there for strike 1. 1-1 the count now. Tabercio and then Anderson on deck, and then we'll go to the top of the order with Romero. Breaking ball, chopped down the third base side, caught by Bottom across the diamond for the out. 5-3 in the scorebooks. 1 down here in the inning. Now Pono Anderson will step in. Anderson flew out to center in his last at-bat. Crusaders 10-3 on the year. They're 2nd in the ILH. Mid-Pacific at 10-2-1. Lead the Crusaders by about half a game. A win tonight for St. Louis temporarily gives them the first place spot in the ILH. First pitch for Anderson misses outside. Crusaders will wrap up their season against Iolani, a 9 a.m. game at Les Murakami on Saturday. 1-0 pitch, up high, 2-0. Mid-Pacific will have to play Kamehameha, an 11:30 game at Les Murakami Stadium. 2-0. This one out of the zone. 3-0 the count now. Infield playing pretty deep. 3-0. Misses. 4 straight balls thrown by Noah Sills, and it's a 1-out walk for Pono Anderson. Now, we're going to get a pinch runner here for St. Louis. And it'll be Anthony Lau, 5'8" junior, outfield and a pitcher. Lau will come in to replace Anderson as we go back to the top of the order with Rayson Romero. Romero 0 for 3 today. Grounded to third, grounded to second, and then flew out to center. This has sort of been the story of St. Louis this entire season. Actually, those 3 losses that they suffered this year. It's these mental situations. It's these pressure situations which you just can't practice or can't simulate in practice. It has been a growing process for this team. A team that's very hungry and determined to make a strong run into the ILH postseason and into the state tournament. They have all the pieces. Can they come together with it? Tied at 3. Here's a bunt. Backhanded by Sills. Underhand toss to first. And will advance the runner as Lau will go to second.
Next up is number 14, Jordan.
Second out of the inning on the sacrifice, and Jordan Mopas now will come to the plate. Mopas 2 for 3 this afternoon. A couple of singles in the 3rd and in the 5th. Wind has died down. Outfield playing deep. First pitch on the way. Breaking ball. This is fouled back to the screen. Oh, we have a moment. We got to send a special shout out to the great staff here at Mid-Pacific for getting us all set up here in this press box. It's a relatively small press box. I'd say maybe no more than 8 feet wide. But for the most part, it's kept us dry. So special thanks going out to them. It's our 2nd straight week of being here as this shot is lifted into left center, gets down, base hit. Rounding second is Anderson. He'll come all the way home. So after Anderson walked, Lau came in for him. And it's a 4-3 game.
Next up for the Crusaders.
RBI single delivered by Mopas.
Come on, Noah!
2 outs here. St. Louis has recaptured the lead. And now the power hitter, Gribben, will step in. Jacob Gribben, who had a solo homer in the 1st and then single in the 3rd. Got on with a fielder's choice in the 5th. Also came around to score after Ryder Kuntz had a triple. First pitch on the way. Curveball in the dirt for ball 1. Another hit here for St. Louis makes it 12. 4 runs and 12 hits and an error. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Mid-Pacific. 2 outs here, top half of the 6th. Here's the pitch. Curveball that sails well outside of the zone. 2-0. Gribben wipes off the play with his hands. Gets some dirt on his hands. Sees his 2-0 pitch. Missed the zone again. Up and away. 3-0. Noah Sills again. Trying to battle from behind. The 6-foot junior who came in for relief with Chase Wago, who pitched 4 2/3. 3-0. Misses. 4-0. And a walk. That's the 2nd time he's thrown 4 straight balls to a batter in this inning. So Mopas heads to second. Gribben goes to first. And now another meeting on the infield. And now Grant Doy, a 6-foot junior, will come in to replace Noah Sills. So we'll give him time to warm up. In the meantime, we'll step aside as well. With 2 down here in the inning for St. Louis. They tack on a run. They recapture the lead. It's 4-3 in the top half of the 6th. More to come. This is ILH Baseball on ScoringLive.com and NBC Sports Radio on AM 1500.
USA's Life Matters Award recognizes high school athletic teams that make positive changes in the life of individuals and organizations throughout Hawaii. Whether it's giving back to the community, serving as role models, inspiring others, or just lending a helping hand to those in need. Your team members are actively living Hawaii USA's Life Matters brand. As a recipient of Hawaii's Life Matters Award, your team will be spotlighted for its Life Matters efforts. We will award $500 and a Life Matters Award trophy to the winning team's athletic department 3 times during the school year. Please share your team's Life Matters experience and nominate your team today at ScoringLive.com/LifeMatters. That's ScoringLive.com/LifeMatters for the Hawaii USA Life Matters Award. Hawaii USA's Life Matters Award.
Back here in Manoa, Felipe Ojastro, our great crew. ScoringLive.com, NBC Sports Radio, and AM 1500. Grant Doy will be the third pitcher to take the hill here for the Owls. Led off with Chase Wago, pitched 4 2/3. And Sills came in for relief. Pitched an inning, gave up 2 hits and a run. That 1 run was the go-ahead run here for St. Louis. After a single by Jordan Mopas. Scored Anthony Lau, the junior from first. Sped around the bags. We're at this 4-3 junction of the game. Top half of the 6th, 2 outs here. The batter is Ryder Kuhn. Kuhn sees the first pitch sail right in the breadbasket for strike 1. Rain trickles down just a little bit more. Outfield playing pretty deep here. Left fielder Igarashi almost near the fence. 0-1 pitch. Fly ball into right. Nagata underneath it. Makes the grab. And the inning is over. St. Louis gets a run on a hit. 2 walks thrown, by the way, from Sills. 2 left on. We head to the bottom half of the 6th. And it's St. Louis 4, Mid-Pacific 3. And this is ILH Baseball at ScoringLive.com and NBC Sports Radio on AM 1500.
Hey, Christina, did you email the report to the client?
Yep, did it this morning.
Thanks.
Okay, first item on the agenda. Don't forget about the 3 p.m. status meeting.
At UHA, we're nuts about health. UHA is a recognized leader in wellness at work. Switch to a health insurance provider that really cares about your health. UHA. Better health, better life.
Scoring Live is your source for Hawaii high school athletics, bringing you all the action from the OIA, ILH, BIIF, KIF, and the MIL, with constantly updated scores, impacting photos, video highlights, game recaps, player features, and so much more. If you're looking for the best in high school sports, log on to ScoringLive.com. Scoring Live, your source for Hawaii high school athletics. Back here at Kitamura Diamond at Damon Baseball Field here on the campus of Mid-Pacific Institute. One of the great facilities around the state to watch a game, to experience a game. Right now the experience isn't going so well here for Mid-Pacific. Gave up the go-ahead run in the top half of the 6th. We move to the home half now. With the home team down 4-3. Jordan Yamamoto remains on the hill here for St. Louis. Now stepping in will be Jared Lum. Here's the pitch, and this one misses outside. Wind has been picking up a little bit. The weather's been crazy. It's been windy, it's been rainy. 2 balls and a strike here, or 2 balls and no strikes coming up here for Jared Lum. Ryan Yamashiro on deck. 9th hitter in the lineup. Here's a 2-0. This one gets the outside corner. Two balls and a strike now here for Lum, who walked in the 2nd, and then grounded out to 3rd in the 4th. Here's the pitch, lifted to left. This one is foul. 2-2 now. It is senior night here for Mid-Pacific. A lot of the fans have come out, signs don the fence as you walk into the ballpark. In fact, they actually brought out some new student PA announcers to try and get some broadcasting chops in. 2-2 pitch. This one fisted on the infield and caught by the second baseman, Tanner Tiburcio.
Up next, number 28, Ryan Yamashiro.
So one out here in the bottom half of the sixth. And now Ryan Yamashiro, who was hit by a pitch in the second. Also walked in the fifth, also came around to score. He'll try and get things going here for the Owls. Ryan, a 5'9" sophomore, sees the first pitch. It's a fastball that gets in there for strike one. Yamamoto's remained calm here. Gets the sign from the catcher, Taylor Mier. The windup, the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike two. No balls and 2 strikes here for Yamashiro. Takes a couple swings, the windup in the pitch. This one fouled back. It'll remain 0-2. Mid-Pacific will close out their season against Kamehameha on Saturday at 11:30 a.m. game at Les Murakami Stadium. That'll be the final game of the regular season. 0-2, this one lined into right and caught by Jacob White.
Up next,
2 down in the inning.
number 11, Bryce Nagata.
And we go back to the top of the order, where Nagata's had a rough day at the office. 0 for 3.
Bag of hits, let's go.
Grounded out to short in the first and second innings, respectively. And then flew out to second in the fifth. Can he get something going here for Mid-Pacific? Here's the pitch. This one lined into center, base hit. Nagata, big turnaround first, heading to second. It's a double for him. Nagata, his 6th double this season. And again, it's a situation where Mid-Pac fights back with 2 outs in the inning. They are scrappy, they are gritty, and they're fighters. Nagata finally gets on the board here. And now Cal Muramaru, the lefty, will step in. Here's the first pitch. This one foul back to the screen.
Come on, Cal.
If you're wondering what that rumbling sound is, by the way, we have a crowd mic which is right through the fence here at Mid-Pacific. And any vibration of the fence, whether it's foul back to the screen, will sort of sound like thunder, sort of sound like some rumbling. Thank goodness we're in this press box and we have this screen right in front of us as well. 0-1 the count here from Muramaru. Yamamoto got the sign, and then he'll step off the mound a bit as Muramaru called time. Now Muramaru will step back in. Takes a couple swings. Yamamoto gets the sign, look to second. Nagata was thinking about running. Thought better of it, though. So Yamamoto will settle again. Gets another sign. Checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to second. Tiburcio over to first in time for the out. So the double got a little bit of momentum courtesy of Bryce Nagata. But Yamamoto only sees 4 batters here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. No runs, a hit, and a runner left on. We head to the top half of the 7th. And it's St. Louis that leads it 4-3. And this is ILH Baseball at ScoringLive.com and NBC Sports Radio on AM 1500.
37 years of experience, Kuroda Auto Body in Waipio Gentry offers the best in technology and collision repair. Here at Kuroda Auto Body, we believe in the value of hard work and teamwork to ensure our customers leave with the satisfaction of a job well done. We wish the very best to all of the participating athletes across the state of Hawaii. Dream big and reach for the top. Kuroda Auto Body, where only the very best will do.
Hey, Christina, did you email the report to the client?
Yep, did it this morning.
Thanks.
Okay, first item on the agenda. Don't forget about the 3 p.m. status meeting.
At UHA, we're nuts about health. UHA is a recognized leader in wellness at work. Switch to a health insurance provider that really cares about your health. UHA, better health, better life.
AM 1500.
Back here in Manoa, great to have you with us. Felipe Ojastro, Scuba Steve back in the AM 1500 studios. Sean Suioka, our producer. Our great Scoring Live crew as well. Pretty competitive game here. Tied most of the contests. St. Louis broke out of it in the top half of the 6th. They lead it 4-3 here. Trying to add to the lead as we head to the 7th inning. And now it's Jordan Yamamoto will step in. Grant Doy, the pitcher here for Mid-Pacific, the third one this afternoon. Here's the first pitch to Yamamoto. That one gets the inside corner. Strike one. Grant Doy with about a 1.94 ERA. Here's the 0-1, check swing. Didn't go. One ball and a strike here for Jordan Yamamoto. 2 for 3 today. Here it comes, and this one is in the dirt, 2-1. Yamamoto singled in the 2nd and the 5th inning. Looking to add on to this 4-3 lead. Here's the pitch. Swung on, that one went off home plate umpire Herman Maderos' left shoulder pad. Herman's a tough guy. He'll be all right. Seems to be okay. And he taps the back of Noah Shackles. 2 balls and 2 strikes here for Jordan Yamamoto. The pitch is on the way. Ball swung on and missed. Strike number 3. First strikeout here for Doy.
Next up to bat for the Crusaders is number 5, Jacob White.
One down in the inning. Jacob White now will step in. White 1 for 2 today, singled in the 5th. White with a wide stance in the box, awaiting the pitch from Doy. Here it comes, swung on and missed. Doy starting to settle. That one a beautiful fastball over the heart of the plate. Oh, 1 pitch, this one in the dirt, 1-1. Mentioned Jacob White, 3.6 GPA. He'll attend Chaminade to studying nursing next year. One delivery. This one in the dirt, 2-1. The way that St. Louis has been playing, they're going to need a good amount of production here in this inning to sort of stifle the momentum built by Mid-Pacific. Here's the 2-1. It's on the inside corner. Slider in there for 2-2. One out here in the 7th. 2-2. This one lifted in the air to right center. Coming over is Nagata. And Nagata makes a catch for the 2nd out.
Number 25, Travis Tanaka.
And now Travis Tanaka. He'll step up to the plate. Doy's done a solid job so far in relief of Noah Sills, who was in relief of Chase Wago. Tanaka is 1 for 3 today. He doubled in the 2nd. Here's the pitch. An off speeder. That one gets another inside corner for a strike. Tanaka, 7th hitter in the lineup. Tiburcio on deck. The 0-1, that one. Almost went headhunting there for Tanaka. Tanaka ducked down. 1-1 the count. Inadvertent headhunt. St. Louis leads it 4-3 here in the 7th. A win here temporarily gives them the top spot in the ILH with a game to go in the regular season. 1-1. This one chopped right back to the pitcher Doi. He scoops it up on a slow roller, goes to first, and the inning is over. For the first time in this game, Mid-Pacific pitches St. Louis and knocks him down in the order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We head to the bottom half of the 7th. Last chance for the Owls here. Down 1, 4-3. This is ILH Baseball on ScoringLive.com and NBC Sports Radio on AM 1500.
Award recognizes high school athletic teams that make positive changes in the life of individuals and organizations throughout Hawaii. Whether it's giving back to the community, serving as role models, inspiring others, or just lending a helping hand to those in need, your team members are actively living Hawaii USA's Life Matters brand. As a recipient of Hawaii's Life Matters Award, your team will be spotlighted for its Life Matters efforts. We will award $500 and a Life Matters Award trophy to the winning team's athletic department 3 times during the school year. Please share your team's Life Matters experience and nominate your team today at ScoringLive.com/LifeMatters. That's ScoringLive.com/LifeMatters for the Hawaii USA Life Matters Award.
Back here in Manoa, it is Mid-Pacific down a penny, 4-3, bottom half of the 7th inning. The 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the lineup for the Owls. Nicholas Bottom, Noah Shackles, Cameron Igarashi. Trying to solidify the top spot of the ILH. Jordan Yamamoto's pitched 88 pitches in this one. And his first one is a breaking ball that's fouled off down the first base side for strike 1. That was pitch 89. Pitch 90 coming up here. It was tied 1-1 most of the game. And then it was tied 3-3 after 5. 0-1 pitch. Curveball in there, strike 2. And St. Louis got out in front in the 6th inning. A single delivered by Jordan Mopas drove in the go-ahead run. 0-2 pitch. This one misses outside on a fastball. 1-2 the count. Nicholas Bottom. Here's a shot into left. Gets down, base hit. This one bobbled by the left fielder Gribben. Over to second is Bottom.
Anybody double park in the elementary school parking, please move.
He'll get a single and then he'll advance a bag. And that's something that Mid-Pacific needed. And now the tying run is at second with Noah Shackles. And the decibel lever gets louder. Shackles steps in. 1 for 3 today. Singled in the second, came around to score in that inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Each of these teams are going to need to learn how to play in these late game situations. Again, it was a 5-3 win for Mid-Pacific 10 days ago. The score is 4-3. St. Louis on top, Mid-Pacific trying to fight their way back into it. Nobody out, runner on at second. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Fastball getting the outside part of the corner. 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Strikeout number 4 here for Jordan Yamamoto. 1 down in the inning. And now Cameron Igarashi. He struck out twice in this game. 0 for 3. Can he come up with a big time play? Big hole in right center field. That could drive home the tying run. Nicholas Bottom at second. Led off with a single and advanced to bag. 1 out here, bottom of the 7th. First pitch on the way from Yamamoto to Igarashi. It's up high. Ball 1. A big inhale and exhale by Yamamoto. Another one as well by Cameron Igarashi, the batter. He'll step back into the box. Wide stance. Runner on at second. This one foul back to the screen. One on the count. At last check, Punahou was leading over Iolani 4-3 in the top half of the 7th inning. Punahou team in much need of some momentum heading into the ILH postseason. Team that was 2-10-1. Second to last in the ILH. Iolani in the 4th spot, right behind Kamehameha. 1-1 the count here for Igarashi. Here's the pitch. Misses, 2-1. That one just outside the zone. 2 balls and a strike, and now Yamamoto is gonna change baseballs. Now Herman Medeiros actually able to knock down a ball that was stuck in the screen. And Medeiros with a little bit of swag after knocking that down and walking back to the plate. They're also a basketball official as well, one of the best in the state. 2 balls and a strike here for Igarashi. Runner on at second, 1 out. Owls down 1. Here's the pitch. This one. Good contact, but it's fouled down the first base side. 2-2. Again at stake, a win here tonight for Mid-Pacific. For the moment secures the top spot in the ILH. A loss here for St. Louis doesn't do too much. They still have about a 2.5 game lead over Kamehameha. What sort of hurts Kamehameha is that they tied twice this year. They were 9-4-2 heading into this game. Top 2 seeds get first round byes in the ILH postseason. Bottom of the 7th, 2-2 count here for Igarashi with a runner on at second. Down 1. Here's the pitch. This one chopped to first. Mopas scooped it up, tags the bag. Moving over to third is Bottom.
Number 5, Tyler Yamaguchi.
So 2 down here in the inning. And now Tyler Yamaguchi is 1 for 2 today. He singled in the 4th. With the tying run 90 feet away.
Come on, Tyler.
Big moment here for the 5'8" junior shortstop. Yamaguchi hitting .294 this year. And just 2 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses outside for ball 1. Mopas off his bag at first, almost near where the grass meets the dirt. Infield playing pretty deep. Outfield at normal depth. .1-0 pitch. This one lifted on the infield and a sliding catch by Altobercio. Ends the game.
Your final score, St. Louis 4.
St. Louis wins it 4-3 the final and finally defeats Mid-Pacific in the regular season. Great game for both of these two squads. We'll take a timeout. We'll wrap things up here from Manoa. St. Louis wins it 4-3 over the Owls. Coming back with more. This is ILH Baseball on ScoringLive.com and NBC Sports Radio on AM 1500. Scoring Live is your source for Hawaii high school athletics, bringing you all the action from the OIA, ILH, BIIF, KIF, and the MIL, with constantly updated scores, impacting photos, video highlights, game recaps, player features, and so much more. If you're looking for the best in high school sports, log on to ScoringLive.com. Scoring Live, your source for Hawaii high school athletics.
Hey, Christina, did you email the report to the client?
Yep, did it this morning.
Thanks.
Okay, first item on the agenda. Don't forget about the 3 p.m. status meeting.
At UHA, we're nuts about health. UHA is a recognized leader in wellness at work. Switch to a health insurance provider that really cares about your health. UHA. Better health, better life.
Another great game here in the ILH. 4-3 the final as St. Louis wins it. They move to 11-3 and secure the top spot in the ILH with 1 game to go in the regular season. The final line score, St. Louis 4 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors. Mid-Pacific 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors, as Jordan Yamamoto threw somewhere in around the 100 pitch range for St. Louis, pitched a complete game, only gave up 3 hits and 2 earned runs for him. Had 4 strikeouts in the game as well. Offensively here for St. Louis, Jacob Gribben, solid. He went 2 for 2 today. Had a homer in the first inning to make it 1-0. Solo shot to deep left center. He made it 1-0, and then he singled in the third as well. Tightly contested game throughout, tied at 1 up until the 5th inning. St. Louis made it 3-1 after planting a couple runners after Ryder Coombs had a triple to drive home Jacob Gribben, and then a single by Jordan Yamamoto drove home Ryder Coombs. The bottom half of the inning, Mid-Pacific drops in 2 of their own, tied at 3 as we head to the 6th, and then another run scores here for St. Louis, as Anthony Lau scored from first base after a single by Jacob Gribben, and the speed by Lau was the difference here for the Crusaders, and they held on to win despite the threat from the Owls in the final inning. After that leadoff single by Bottom, which he advanced to second, and then he got held up at third, and then Yamamoto just took him out from the hill, and they finally win it to secure the top spot in the ILH. We're going to take a timeout. Back in 60 seconds, we'll take a look at the bigger picture here in the ILH regular season. More to come. This is ILH Baseball here on ScoringLive.com and NBC Sports Radio on AM 1500.
For details.
With over 37 years of experience, Kuroda Auto Body in Waipio Gentry offers the best in technology and collision repair. Here at Kuroda Auto Body, we believe in the value of hard work and teamwork to ensure our customers.
Back here in Manoa, Felipe Ojastro, as what a game we had here. 4-3 the final as St. Louis able to secure the top spot in the ILH. Got a little bit disconnected here on our radio side, NBC Sports Radio on AM 1500. But back here as the rain starts to come down. But as we mentioned, Jordan Yamamoto pitched a terrific game. Gave up 2 earned runs, just 5 hits in the contest as well. Had 4 strikeouts. They're pitching all 7 innings. Offensively, it was Jacob Gribben who got things going for St. Louis. A homer into deep left center field, and then a single in the third helped contribute to this 4-3 win. It was tied at 1-1 up until the 5th inning. St. Louis scored 2 runs courtesy of a triple from Ryder Coombs to score Jacob Gribben, and then a single by the pitcher Jordan Yamamoto drove home Coombs to make it 3-1. The bottom half of that inning, the Owls played 2 more. It was tied 3-3, and then in the 6th inning, it was Anthony Lau to score from third courtesy of a single from Jordan Mopas, who was a good contact hitter. He was another gem here for the Crusaders. He went 3 for 4, all 3 of his hits singles, and that was really the difference here for St. Louis to win it 4-3. For Mid-Pacific, they saw 3 different pitchers, or they put up 3 different pitchers on the hill. Chase Waga, who pitched 4 2/3, Noah Sills, and then Grant Doy. Doy, for his credit, pitched a pretty solid game in the back half in relief, as he only gave up a hit in his time. Came towards the bottom part, or the later parts of the 6th inning. But today was St. Louis's day, and Jordan Yamamoto just pitched an absolute solid game here for the Crusaders, as for the time being secures the top spot in the ILH with 1 game to go. We'll take one final timeout. When we come back, we'll give you the bigger picture here of the Interscholastic League of Honolulu. That's coming up next. This is ILH Baseball on ScoringLive.com and NBC Sports Radio on AM 1500.
Leave with the satisfaction of a job well done. We wish the very best to all of the participating athletes across the state of Hawaii. Dream big and reach for the top. Kuroda Auto Body, where only the very best will do. With over
Scoring Live is your source for Hawaii high school athletics, bringing you all the action from the OIA, ILH, BIIF, KIF, and the MIL, with constantly updated scores, impacting photos, video highlights, game recaps, player features, and so much more. If you're looking for the best in high school sports, log on to ScoringLive.com. Scoring Live, your source for Hawaii high school athletics.
Honolulu, NBC Sports Radio on AM 15.
Back here in Manoa. The rains have come down, and thank goodness, because the game is over. Everyone is safe, and the senior night festivities are about to occur here for the Owls, who come up just 1 run shy. A 4-3 loss for them, as St. Louis, for the time being, secures the top spot in the ILH. So actually, with the win as well, it secures St. Louis a first-round bye in the ILH postseason, which starts in about a week. And Mid-Pacific also as well, they'll drop down to 10-3-1 in the regular season. So I believe the door is still slightly open a bit here for Kamehameha, who's at 9-4-2 heading in. So if the playoffs were to start today, it would look like this. St. Louis and Mid-Pacific would get first-round byes. Kamehameha 7-4-2, excuse me. So now St. Louis and Mid-Pacific have secured the 2 spots into the ILH postseason. So now it's just between seedings between 3 and 6. So if the playoffs were to start today, it would look like this. St. Louis and Mid-Pacific will get a first-round bye. St. Louis would meet the winner between Kamehameha and Pac-5. Mid-Pacific would meet the winner between Iolani and Punahou. So Iolani able to come back and win it 4-3 here, the final over Punahou. As Punahou, who's had a difficult season this year, they dropped to 2-11-1. Iolani goes to 8-6. Kamehameha lingering in the 3 spot at 7-4-2, and Pac-5 at the bottom at 1-12. All 6 of those teams in the ILH will make it into the ILH postseason. The first round games were 3 plays 6, 4 plays 5. Those are single elimination games. Then when you move to the semifinals, it gets to the double elimination rounds, which is really going to be fun, because with the parity here in the ILH, where anybody can beat anybody, Pac-5, their only win of the season was a win against, at the time, #1 Mid-Pacific. So that sort of gives you a sense of the parity here in the ILH. So it's going to be a fun finish as we march our way to the state tournament coming up in May. So that'll wrap things up from here. Special thanks to our great crew, Scuba Steve back in the NBC Sports Radio and AM 1500 studios, along with Alan Mia and John Nolan. Our producer here on site, Sean Suioka, our director, Brian Ng, and of course, you at home listening to us around the world on ScoringLive.com and NBC Sports Radio on AM 1500. So, Mid-Pacific will wrap up their season coming up on Saturday at Les Murakami Stadium against Kamehameha. St. Louis will take on Iolani 9 a.m. this Saturday at Les Murakami as well. For everyone here at NBC Sports Radio on AM 1500, Felipe Ojastro, final score, St. Louis wins it 4-3 and secure the top spot in the ILH with 1 game to go. Until next time, support high school sports, everyone. Take care and aloha. This has been ILH Baseball on NBC Sports Radio on AM 1500 and ScoringLive.com.